All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Valsa Williams. The headlines. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to hold a high-level meeting today to discuss measures to counter disruption in supply of raw material from China after outbreak of COVID-19. Jammu and Kashmir Panchayat polls deferred due to security reasons. Soil Health Card Day being observed today. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar holds talks with European Union leaders on combating terrorism and climate change. In Afghanistan, Ashraf Ghani secures second term as president. And in sports, FIFA Under 17 Women's Football World Cup to be hosted in 5 cities in the country in November. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is to hold a meeting of secretaries today to discuss disruption in supply of raw materials from China after the outbreak of novel coronavirus COVID-19. Last evening, the Finance Minister held a meeting with industry and other bodies to assess the impact of the outbreak of the epidemic and any disruptions posed by it to India's trade. Talking to reporters after the meeting in New Delhi, she said representatives from pharma, textiles, chemicals, auto, paints and telecom sectors shared their views with regard to the impact of the virus. She said during the meeting, chemicals, pharma and solar equipment makers were very vocal about disruption in supply of raw materials from China. The Finance Minister said after the secretary-level meeting, a discussion will be held with the PMO and some response will be announced at the earliest. Ms. Sitharaman also said there is no concern about price rise so far following the outbreak of coronavirus.
There wasn't worry about price rise from anybody as yet. At least what I heard was concern about distortion in supply of materials. It's coming lean. Sooner there could be a congestion. Those kind of worries were expressed, but not price worries.
She added that it is too early to talk about the impact of the virus outbreak on Make in India initiative. The meeting was attended by senior officials from union ministries and departments, including customs and representatives from various sectors. Business leaders from FICCI, CII and ASSOCHAM also attended the meeting. In Maharashtra, the State Health Department has informed that 5 people are currently under observation over suspicion of being infected by the novel coronavirus COVID-19. A press release issued in Mumbai yesterday informed that 3 of these are admitted at Naidu Hospital in Pune, while the other 2 are at the Kasturba Hospital in Mumbai. The Health Department also informed that over 39,000 air passengers have been screened at Mumbai International Airport since mid-January for the coronavirus. Nearly 70 people returning from virus-infected areas and showing symptoms of COVID-19 were kept in isolation. Out of these, 66 samples have been found negative as per the reports of the National Institute of Virology, Pune. The death toll from COVID-19 has jumped to 2,000 after 132 more people died in Hubei province in China, the hard-hit epicenter of the outbreak yesterday. The province's health commission reported 1,693 new cases of people infected with the virus. This brings the total number of cases in mainland China past 74,000. In Japan, several hundred passengers who have tested negative for COVID-19 are expected to disembark their cruise ship Diamond Princess from today. Japanese officials told passengers in a letter that if they and their roommates have been tested negative and have no fever or respiratory symptoms, they will be able to prepare for disembarkation. Japanese officials added that it would take at least 3 days to process the disembarkation of everyone. In Jammu and Kashmir, Panchayat by-polls have been deferred owing to security reasons and unwillingness of regional political parties. The by-polls were earlier scheduled to be held in 8 phases from the 5th to the 20th of March. However, the new schedule has not yet been declared. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Electoral Officer CEO Shailendra Kumar held a meeting with political parties in Jammu to hear their concerns yesterday. CEO Shailendra Kumar, the Election Authority for Conduct of Panchayat Elections in Jammu and Kashmir, announced postponement of by-polls For 12,650 seats of sarpanches and panches, by-polls have been postponed by 2 to 3 weeks in view of security and law and order issues. The first meeting of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust is scheduled to take place in New Delhi today. The trust is mandated by the central government to complete the construction of the Ram temple at Ayodhya. In the meeting, the trust is likely to finalize the date for starting the construction of the temple. The 15-member trust has religious as well as civilian members, among others. Now moving on to our series, Har Kaam Desh Ke Naam. In this series, we take a look at the programs and policies of the government aimed at reaching out to the last mile of development and welfare of all. Soil Health Card Day is being observed today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had launched the Soil Health Card scheme on the 19th of February 2015 at Suratgarh in Rajasthan. The scheme aims at issuing soil health cards to farmers every 2 years so as to provide a basis to address nutritional deficiencies in soil. The scheme ensures additional income to farmers by increase in yields, and it also promotes sustainable farming. Launching the scheme, the Prime Minister said farmers should know the health status of the soil. He said if soil is not healthy, the farm production will not increase.
मुझे ये देखकर काफी खुशी है कि मेरे किसान भाई सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड, मृदा स्वास्थ्य कार्ड में दी गई सलाह पर अमल करने के लिए आगे आए हैं और जैसे जैसे परिणाम मिल रहे हैं उनका उत्साह भी बढ़ता जा रहा है और अब किसान को भी लग रहा है कि अगर फसल की चिंता करनी है तो पहले धरती माँ का ख्याल रखना होगा और अगर धरती माँ का हम ख्याल रखेंगे तो धरती माँ हम सबका ख्याल रखेगी.
Talking to AIR News, Agriculture Secretary Sanjay Agarwal termed it a very important scheme and said that in the last 5 years, crop production is continuously increasing due to this initiative.
It is a very important initiative, Honorable Prime Minister, that soil health card should be distributed to the farmers. In the first round, from 15 to 17, over 10.7 crore farmers got the soil health. In the second round also, from 17 to 19, over 11.7 crore farmers got this thing. Using a balanced fertilizer based on the soil fertility, soil health, ultimately leads to production increase. And if you see the figure of the last 5 years, every year production is increasing continuously.
We have a report from our correspondent.
The scheme has been introduced to assist state governments to issue soil health cards or SHCs to all farmers in the country. It provides information to farmers on nutrient status of their soil along with recommendation on appropriate dosage of nutrients to be applied for improving soil health and its fertility. During 2015 to 2017, 10.74 crore and during 2017 to 2019, 11.74 crore soil health cards were distributed to farmers. The government has spent more than 700 crore rupees on the SHC scheme. Sanjay Mattu, News Desk.
Nagaland is observing Soil Health Card Day today in all the 11 districts of the state in coordination with Krishi Vigyan Kendras. Joint Director and State Nodal Officer of Soil Health Card and Management, Directorate of Soil and Water Conservation, K. Kekiho Shohei said the department has adopted one village each from 74 blocks of the 11 districts as a pilot village project. In the village, where soil of each farmland will be analyzed and soil health card will be provided to every farmer of the pilot villages. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Now we move on to our special segment, Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat.
Gujarat is partnered with Chhattisgarh state under the Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat campaign. Along with the state, the educational institutions in Gujarat also partnered with educational institutions in Chhattisgarh. Government Polytechnic College of Ahmedabad is partnered with Government Polytechnic College of Kakatiya in Jagdalpur district. Recently, Ahmedabad Polytechnic College had organized series of activities like study of culture and costumes of Chhattisgarh. Now, Ahmedabad Polytechnic College has planned a Chhattisgarh food festival in Ahmedabad. Principal PM Patel told AIR that Gujarati students will prepare the vegetarian dishes of Chhattisgarh and serve it to the people of Ahmedabad.
20 फरवरी को हम एक प्रोग्राम अरेंज कर रहे हैं जिसमें हमारे बच्चे वहाँ की शाकाहारी व्यंजन बना के जो भी आएंगे उसको खिलाएंगे भी सही और उसमें से पैसा पैदा करने की कोशिश करेंगे.
योगेश पंड्या, AIR न्यूज, अहमदाबाद.
U.S. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump will be on a two-day visit to India on the 24th and 25th of this month. Ahead of the
Mr. Modi also spoke to the U.S. President over phone, in which the Prime Minister said that millions of people are ready to welcome both Donald Trump and the First Lady of USA, Melania Trump, on 24th of this month. Trump, in his recent tweet, praised Modi, making a reference to their strong friendship bond. Melania Trump, as well, in her tweet, said that she is excited about the India trip, which will celebrate close ties between the USA and India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Texas, USA in September last year, where he was welcomed in a grand Howdy Modi event. During the visit, President Trump and the First Lady of United States will attend official engagements in New Delhi and Ahmedabad and interact with a wide cross-sections of Indian society. With Anand Chaturbedi, Anupam Mishra, AR News, Delhi.
Ahead of his visit to India next week, U.S. President Donald Trump has reiterated that he sees a chance of a peace deal with the Taliban to withdraw troops from Afghanistan. Talking to reporters at Joint Base Andrews yesterday, the president said that American authorities have been negotiating with the Taliban for a while and that there is a chance of making a deal. External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar met top leaders of the European Union in Brussels yesterday. Mr. Jaishankar held wide-ranging talks on key issues such as combating terrorism, climate change, and enhancing economic cooperation that would benefit both India and the EU. The Ministry of External Affairs in a statement said the minister shared India's foreign policy priorities, regional and global perspective with the Foreign Affairs Council of the EU. The statement added that both the sides expect to deepen their engagement, particularly on common priorities. The common priorities such as addressing the menace of terrorism, addressing climate change, safeguarding multilateralism, cooperation in defense, security, connectivity, digital economy, trade and investment. In Afghanistan, the Independent Election Commission has announced that Ashraf Ghani has won a second term as president of the country. However, his closest opponent, Abdullah has refused to recognize the results and declared himself winner, potentially endangering peace negotiations with the Taliban. Abdullah said he is going to establish an inclusive government. The Election Commission yesterday said Ghani garnered 50.64% of votes that took place on the 28th of September last year. The country's chief executive, Abdullah received 39.52% of the votes. Union Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju launched an event in New Delhi yesterday to unveil the 5 host cities for the FIFA Under 17 Women's Football World Cup. The World Cup kicks off on the 2nd of November this year. The matches of the World Cup will be held in 5 cities including Ahmedabad, Bhubaneswar, Guwahati, Kolkata and Navi Mumbai. The finals of the tournament will be played on the 21st of November at Navi Mumbai. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Nishit Kumar.
Thank you, Valsa. Newspapers this morning take a look at the broader impact of the coronavirus spreading in China. India counts economic cost of corona outbreak, headlines the Hindustan Times. Government moves to counter $30 billion fiscal disruption. The Times of India states centre plans duty cuts, other steps to soften virus impact. Pakistan to remain in terror financing watchdog's grey list is the lead in the Hindu. Government to give Election Commission legal power to link Aadhaar and voter ID, notes the Times of India. PM Modi took the chief guest at the Global Business Summit 2020, reports the Economic Times, with his address scheduled on March the 6th. Record rice, wheat output likely despite flood Pakistan locust attack, the Pioneer cites Agriculture Ministry estimates. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Nishit. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to hold a high-level meeting today to discuss measures to counter disruption in supply of raw material from China after outbreak of COVID-19. Jammu and Kashmir Panchayat polls deferred due to security reasons. Soil Health Card Day being observed today. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar holds talks with European Union leaders on combating terrorism and climate change. In Afghanistan, Ashraf Ghani secures second term as president. And in sports, FIFA Under 17 Women's Football World Cup to be hosted in 5 cities in the country in November. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.